Shall we have a little bit of fun with this video? Yes, I think we deserve it. It's been nearly 84 years. I feel like the woman on the Titanic. It's been nearly 3 weeks since we played Bournemouth. We've got Leeds on Monday. I'm going to run through every single game week and every single game. I'm going to predict them all and see where Manchester United finish up. You can let me know where you think United are going to finish in the table. All right? Because this is where the current state of affairs is. United are third. United, according to Opta, have got an 85% chance of finishing in the Champions League places. So I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run through each game week. This is just the one game that's missing for City. I think they're going to beat Crystal Palace whenever they play that game. And then that's the table there at the bottom. And I'm going to run through each game week, predict every match, and see where United end up. So shall we go for this game week weekend where we play Leeds? These are my predictions, all right? I think we're going to be beating Leeds. I think Chelsea are going to get whooped by City. Liverpool up there, I think they'll drop points against Fulham. Just this Liverpool team right now. My God, they're awful. Anyway, these are the results. And how does that affect the table? United. Now, the most important thing I think to keep an eye on here is this position. It's 6th. As soon as we're mathematically away from them, we secure Champions League football. So if these are the results that weekend, United will be in 3rd, 58. Everton will be in 6th and 49. And Chelsea, 7th. Anyway, that's my predictions for game week 32. No Champions League football secured at that point. The next week, all right, we play, is it Chelsea away? Yeah. I've got us down as a draw at Stamford Bridge. The way the Chelsea are playing right now, you could easily see that being a win, but I've gone for a draw. I think that's a pretty fair prediction. I think City will draw with Arsenal as well. Liverpool, I've got them down there to draw against Everton, and that kind of changes things a little bit. You can see down there, I've got United now 59 points in 3rd, and that's 9 points ahead of Everton, who are in 6th. Liverpool there on 51 points. And that's with 5 games left, so 18 points still. No, 5 games, that's 15 points, mate. That's how it works. 15 points still to play for. United can't secure Champions League football in game week 33. What about game week 34? Now, we play Brentford at home. I've gone for a 2-1 prediction there. I think Arsenal will beat Newcastle. Wolves losing against Spurs. I think Liverpool will beat Palace. Villa beating Fulham away. Chelsea losing away to Brighton. You can kind of see the predictions I've gone for. I just don't see much of this Chelsea team. Famous last word. Predictions always kind of blow up in your face sometimes. But if those are the results, how does that look? United, they're 3rd on 62 points and 11 points ahead of Everton in 6th. With 12 points to play for. And Liverpool are there, 8 points behind us. And I think you're going to predict what's going on here because the next game week, we play Liverpool. And I've said this before quite a few times on the live show, but for me, this feels like the game week where United can qualify for the Champions League. Of course, depending on the 3 results that happen beforehand. But I've just shown you what my predictions are. I think we'll beat Leeds. That's the wrong one. I think we'll beat Leeds. I think we'll draw against Chelsea. I think we'll beat Brentford. And then going into this game week here against Liverpool, I think we're going to beat Liverpool at Old Trafford. And I hope we spank them. I've got Chelsea to draw against Forest. City to whoop Everton. What about Villa? I think they're going to beat Spurs. And if that is the case, then you'll see United are now 14 points ahead of Everton in 6th. And United, against Liverpool, by beating them in game week 34, have secured Champions League football. That would be a hell of a success story for this season compared to where we were after Ruben Amorim got. Not just where we were, because I don't think we were actually too far off in terms of places, but where momentum was at this football club. I think if we beat Liverpool at Old Trafford, I think that's when we're going to secure Champions League football, and it will be sweet to do it against them. Can we knock them out of Champions League contention? I mean, maybe. Who have they still got to play after? I can't quite remember. Let's predict the last few game weeks, right? So there's 3 game weeks left, but I think United can secure Champions League football against Liverpool. The next game week we play, who have we got? Sunderland. I put Sunderland away and I put us actually down to lose because I think there'll be an actual physical hangover. Maybe not. But if Champions League football is secured, I think just feels like a little bit momentum will leave United. What are the results? I've got Liverpool and Chelsea down as a 3-3 bit of a madness draw. Where are Chelsea in that table? Can't see you, lads. Because you're down in 8th. You crap little football club. I've also gone for Spurs to draw against Leeds. City to beat Brentford. Yeah, it feels quite obvious. But yeah, more drop points for Liverpool. More drop points for Chelsea. What about Villa? I've said they're going to beat Burnley. So that'll be Liverpool in 5th place. 3 points ahead of Brighton and Everton with 2 games to go. And United sitting there in 3rd, equal on points with Villa. I know that it makes a little bit of a difference to the prize money to finish in 3rd rather than 4th, but not particularly. I don't really care. Right, penultimate game of the season. I've got United to beat Forest. That might be incorrect depending on the relegation battle and where Forest are. That's why I would very much like to secure Champions League football before we get to this game. All right? I think we're going to beat. Well, I've got us down to beat Forest there. Of course, Liverpool are away to Villa. Tough game for both. Well, tougher game for Liverpool. I've got them down as a 2-2 draw, but they could easily lose that game. I've said Chelsea are going to beat Spurs. Well done, Chelsea. You're back up into 6th place. Congratulations. But that will put United 14 points clear of Chelsea, 12 points clear of Liverpool, and it would mean that it will be Liverpool or Chelsea going into the final game of the season for that last Champions League spot. I kind of want both of them to not be in it. Anyway, last game of the season. These are my predictions. This is where I think the table is going to end up. Unfortunately, with Liverpool in 5th place. Look at Chelsea. Anyway, predictions for the last game of the season. I said City are going to draw with Villa. I think Arsenal are going to win it. I've actually got them down here to win it by 8 points. That might be a little bit over-optimistic. Let's see. Liverpool to beat Brentford. Well done. Us to draw away at Brighton because the season's kind of done. And I've got Sunderland to whoop Chelsea and then actually finish above them. So I've got Fulham and Sunderland both to finish above Chelsea. But I've got United finishing in 3rd place, 2 points above Villa. And Liverpool getting that 5th Champions League spot. But I'll go back to it again. For me, it's that game week there. It's where we play Liverpool at Old Trafford. That, for me, feels when United can conceivably, depending on what happens in the games before it, secure Champions League football. And to do it against Liverpool at Old Trafford, it will feel good, man, after these last few years. I'll go back to this at the start of the video. This is where the situation was at this game week last season. We were 35 points behind Liverpool. And now we can secure Champions League football and force them into a battle to maybe even get Champions League football by the end of the season. And fingers crossed they don't. Fingers crossed you see, I don't know, see a Fulham madness. Sunderland madness. Why not? Anyone but Liverpool or Chelsea. But that's my predictions. Hey, look. I wonder how spectacularly wrong I'm going to be. Probably quite a lot. But I think United will get Champions League football. And I hope we secure it against Liverpool. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments below, as you always do. And we'll kick off against Leeds. And we'll see how we get started.